Tons of you are probably new here and were sent over by Mariah's unboxing video.
Graveyard Loon. This is a fellow YouTuber. You should check out his channel. He paints squishies, he even does a Create This Book series. I've seen him do stuff with clay, and he's crazy.
So hello there, welcome. Make yourself at home. A lot of you guys seem to really like my doll makeover series.
Unbox me, unbox me.
Hello there. Why don't you unbox me?
You can kinda move its head around. Oh, never mind. Its head just fell off.
So here's another LOL doll that will be getting an evil makeover. A bit of a spoiler, but this one actually turns out to be my favorite LOL doll makeover of the three.
Yeah, I already made it, but you can't see it yet. It's a surprise.
I'm pretty happy with this one. So just a little bit ago, Claudia mentioned that I should make a vampire. And I don't know why I've never made a vampire before. That actually sounds perfectly evil. So that's what I'll be turning this LOL doll into today.
But before getting started, I sketched out a rough concept of what I want my vampire doll to look like, so here's that. Dark, chaotic,
Evil.
obviously that's the vibe I'm going for. These LOL dolls are overpriced and honestly kinda scare me,
Unbox me.
which says a lot since I'm quite
Evil.
myself. All-star BBs. But even I have my limits. But nonetheless, I'm giving another LOL doll a makeover today. Some of you guys mentioned buying dolls on Mercari for my makeovers, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you because I did order a different kind of doll on there that I'm really excited about. I got it for a fraction of the original price, it just hasn't arrived yet, so I had to run to Target and buy an LOL doll for this video. Sort of a last-minute purchase.
Oh, cute.
Aw, I mean, she's not amazing, but she looks half decent. Something I could work with. It has a lot of potential. She does have a huge, overdramatic forehead, but I'll deal with that when I get to it. A lot like Princess Luna, this doll's also getting a lot of glitter everywhere, so that's fun. She's holding this, like, key sort of thing, or whatever this is. I have no idea what's going on. Why a cheerleader would run around with an oversized key is beyond me. I'm not too familiar with the cheerleader way. The pom-poms were also a little confusing for me at first. Shish Kumba. There's like these white things on them that I thought would go around her hands kind of like a bracelet, but I couldn't get either of them to stay on, so I had to Google it at this point. I then realized that these are supposed to be letters, and there's these little loops on the back of the pom-poms instead that go around her hands. It took a lot longer than expected to sort all that out. Pretty soon after I figured out how to get the pom-poms on, one of the pom-poms decided to fall, and I kid you not, it literally disappeared into thin air. I tried looking all over the floor and everywhere, but I still haven't found it. So stay tuned for that mystery. Maybe I'll find it one day. For other doll makeovers in the past, I've chopped off arms and legs. Sometimes even noses.
And I'll do it again.
But today I figured I'd play nice and spare Sparkle Butts from witnessing the torture. I don't want any of them to have to see that. So to turn this into a vampire girl, I started off by getting rid of her face with acetone. You could use acetone or nail polish remover. They basically work the same, except acetone is a little bit stronger. I also tried getting rid of all that glitter in her hair, but it wouldn't budge at all. Why? Just why? I suspect it might be because although I have acetone, it's not 100% acetone. Keyword being 100%. I guess that's 2 words. Anyways, I don't have 100% acetone or nail polish removers, so I guess the glitter's just here to stay. I always end up getting the really glittery ones. I'm starting to think I'm cursed. I don't really like the whole mystery ball sort of situation. Personally, I like to know what I'm getting. No need to panic though. After a dye job, the hair will start looking a lot more bearable. Then I proceeded to yank off her hoop earrings. I don't need those anymore, so I just wanted to get them out of the way. They weren't fitting in my whole dark aesthetic.
By the way, if you're new here and you're not Edward Cullen, you should consider selling your soul to me by subscribing to my channel and by ringing that bell thing so you don't lose me on the internet forever. I post new videos
Every Friday.
So to give this LOL doll a proper vampire makeover, I pulled
What?
out my epoxy sculpt and started mixing it. I added epoxy to the legs and sculpted that into the base of the dress. I wanted her to have a really vintage gothic vampire type dress. It's like a Victorian style, the really poofy ones with the corset kind of thing. So then I added 2 snakes of clay to the sides of the dress and used a clay tool to make some ruffles underneath that. Aw. You want a hug?
And that's me.
I wanted her to be a girl vampire because I feel like everyone's seen a million guy vampires. There's Dracula, Count Orlok, and then 10 million other Draculas. I wanted mine to have that similar vampire kind of aesthetic, but just be in a little girl LOL doll form, stubby arms and all. Some of the dresses I saw had these really cool shoulder poofs, so I added 2 balls of clay to her shoulders to have that same effect, and used a clay tool to add texture. I ended up giving the LOL doll pointy ears because I think a lot of the vampires I've seen have pointy ears. It's like a bat sort of thing. I sculpted a tiny skull on top of her head. It's supposed to be like an edgy hair clip accessory. Does she look edgy yet? Okay, no. A lot of vampires do have capes, but this one doesn't. Maybe she's off duty. I don't know. She's supposed to be like a little vampire princess, I guess.
Where's my hair straightener? Have you seen my hair straightener?
But I did add a big collar neck thing to the back of her head. It was actually pretty hard to position it, and I just kinda had to attach it to the back because she's so disproportionate.
What is wrong with you?
I wanted to add more spikes to the collar like I had in my original sketch, but it just wasn't working out with her head shape. Her head just kinda attaches to her shoulders. She basically has no neck, so that's why there was no room to add a more detailed collar really. So I just settled on sculpting around her gigantic head. It's the best I can do. I also added a tiny skull necklace to go with her little hair clip, which you can't really see yet. Now she's all decked out. I think I'm finally ready to add some color now. I have tried spray painting a white base coat before on Captain Gingerbeard and the Centaur and Reverse Centaur and Baba Yaga's house. But I feel like it's a bit tougher to spray paint something so tiny with all the little nooks and crannies, so I resorted to just painting a white base coat for this one instead. I kept with the traditional black and red color scheme for this. I wanted it to be a classic vampire look.
Nothing too out of the ordinary.
So I painted the dress and poofy shoulders and the back of the collar black. The underdress and inside of the collar have a pop of red. I debated what color to paint her skin and settled on purple because one,
That's beautiful.
but also because I've only really ever seen vampires have like a pale white skin or pale purple skin, never green or anything too crazy like that. Plus I wanted her to be a little colorful. I painted her hair black and extended her bangs down a bit under her hair clip. I feel like all LOL dolls have a big forehead, so I just wanted to hide that a bit by adding some bangs. Since I couldn't get rid of the glitter, her hair just looks a little textured. I honestly don't mind the look at all, I think it adds something to it. I feel like it actually looks more realistic this way. The bangs I gave her obviously don't have glitter, so they're smooth, not textured like the rest of the hair. It looks slightly off, but whatever, I'm moving on. I'm going in here and adding some shadows to her dress with dark red and then painting the ruffles on her dress white. I'm thinking this vampire girl's name could maybe be Rose. I feel like it's fitting. I also feel like Boo Boo and Rose would be best friends since they both love biting people.
I want to bite you.
So as you can see, they have a lot in common. Anyways, I ended up using Posca pens for some of the small details in the eyes just because it's a little easier to control than working with a brush for such tiny features. I painted the eyelids a dark purple and the eyes white. I added black eyeliner and eyelashes around the top of the eyes. I also just realized that she's missing half her eyebrows, maybe even 2/3 of them actually. Maybe her sister shaved off a significant portion of her eyebrows. It happens. Then I painted on some red irises and black dots for pupils, as well as little white highlights to the eyes to bring them to life. I barely succeeded in giving her tiny baby fangs with white Posca. It was really difficult because her mouth is just so tiny. It's fine. The fangs aren't very intimidating, but they're still there. I tried my best, so let's not judge. Rose actually ended up looking a lot like my girlfriend. She has that same pitch black hair and especially that expression. A lot of times she has this dazed, kinda confused look when she's zoned out and just thinking.
Where's my hair straightener?
Why would I take it? And she's always overthinking.
I'm currently chasing Rose down with some garlic.
Did you take my hair straightener?
If you want me to catch her, click on the top right. If you don't care, click on the bottom left.
I'll kill you if you took my hair straightener.